In the last week's review for gold, we had mentioned why 1946.5 is a key number and is a great resistance. Last week, gold precisely reversed from 1946.5 levels and achieved the lows at 1915 levels. This also we discussed why 1915-18 is a great support zone. So now what to expect from gold next week? Is it going to break below this support zone, or we can again expect a recovery from here? Which position you should take in order to profit trading gold next week, we will see with the help of charts followed with indicators, and towards the end I will summarize the observation and give you the trading strategy and levels for next week. So do watch till the and your every like, comment, share and subscribe is a great inspiration motivation for me. Thus do like, share, subscribe, and comment. Pressing the bell icon keeps you updated with the twice a day analysis which I share for gold, first with the Asia session and next with the Europe session. Definitely, it adds meaning to your day trading decisions. So, also, you can remain updated with the live market analysis by joining my free Telegram channel. The link is mentioned in the channel and video description. With that, let's start. See, first, let's have a look at the daily charts. On the daily charts, one important observation is the support which gold is looking at right now. See, 1915 definitely is a great support which gold is looking forward to. You can see this was a consolidation zone from which gold has started to rise. Now, if you look at the long run, you will find lower highs are getting created and almost flat bottom is seen here. And also not to forget, this was the double bottom levels and has become a stronger base at 1885. But lower highs, flat bottom suggests that it is trying to. At the same time, another observation you should look at, after the double bottom, this is the right. This could be a possible retracement itself because see, higher highs, higher lows, and thus the levels at 1914, 1915 becomes critical for gold once it is breaches below these levels, and specifically then 1904, 1905 levels, more bearishness is going to prevail in gold, which may take the prices to lower lows. Now, lower lows suggest that it can try to bridge the gap at 1870 in the coming future. But right now, it is still staying in this retracement channel as long as 1915 and 1905, 06 levels are respected. Now, look at the last three candles for the past week. Higher lows, definitely. It has failed to break on the downside. So, higher lows suggested that the support on the downside is very strong on gold. At the same time, the last candle is a swing candle. So possibly once it stays above this zone here at 920 levels on the first trading session, it may try to rise. But look at this double top levels, almost 1930 first resistance, 1934, 36 the next, and 1940 the ultimate. So only and only if gold stays above 1940, there will be a possibility of a further rise which can take it towards higher highs. Higher highs means yes, we can see it is stretching towards the zone at 1970-82. So we have to wait for 1940 levels to be breached on the upside in order to confirm a further rise in gold here. Also, let's have a little distant term view. You can see a stronger resistance zone is created here, multiple candles failing to break past. At the same time, we can also treat this as a bullish flag formation, which it is trying to do. And hence, a breakout above this zone is where gold will turn bullish. Right now, it is still staying bearish as long as lower highs are getting created. Now, let's have a look at the weekly. Likewise, on the weekly chart, see, I can still see a flag formation here. Gold is still trying to stay bullish. Second observation is I can see a gap here at 1870. Possibly, if it stays below 1900 levels, we may see it hitting 1870 levels as well. But before that, one must look at the double bottom levels. So for these two weekly candles, you can find double bottom is done. Now, after the double bottom, see the bullishness here surpassed this candle and higher highs were achieved. And in this candle, that is the previous last candle, what has happened? Lower highs, higher lows. So this is consolidation going on. After a couple of bullish candles, it is just consolidating. First, we have to wait for a breakout. A breakout suggests that a move below 1910 and 1906 levels, that should be the breakout we should consider. So this zone at 190506 to 1914-15 is a greater support zone for gold for next week. We have to be careful at this zone. Below 1904, 1906 levels, certainly more bearishness is going to prevail. We can in fact then look forward for it to breach below 1885 levels. But I still see this as a very strong support level. See, both the candles higher highs are seen here, and this is just consolidation. You can see it has failed to break past the previous lows. So I will still treat this as consolidation candle. Thus on the downside, 0405 to 1914-15, and on the upside 1940-50 zone becomes critical for gold to give a break. Now let's have a little distant term view on gold. See triple bottom here with that bullish channel. See it was trading in this bullish channel so far. It has given a breach, but I still see that as a flag formation in the long term, and possibly a breakout will definitely bring more bullishness. The lows on the downside could be at around 1870, 1840 levels. Here also you can find triple bottom at 1800, which is the next and strongest support for gold for the near term. Now let's have a look at the monthly. See on the monthly chart, the candle has turned. Lower highs are seen, lower lows are seen in the preceding two candles. The previous candle has a very small red body. This suggested that the prices are not willing to stay bearish, and that is why we can see a pullback here. But this candle has started on a lower highs, creating lower highs, and since then has traded bearish. Now chances for it to completely turn bullish from here do exist, but still it appears that there is going to be lot much of pressure from the top of these candles here, which is going to be definitely difficult for gold to breach pass by. Thus on the upside, you can see also second point is that the candle is turned red and it is getting a downward pull. So possibly it can try to stretch this for a while, try to continue towards 1870 levels in the month of September, and a probability to completely reverse and stay above the zone here at 1965 appears less, and then 1980 appears very less. But these are markets, we have to trade as per the levels. As soon as it breaks past 40-50 zone, certainly the momentum will come in, and then we can look forward to 64, 65, and then 80 to 84 levels can also be expected. So we have to just trade as per the levels. We should know the range and the levels which are going to give it a tougher resistance on the upside. Now on the downside, already it is gravitating on the downside. There is a pull from the downside here. Now once it breaks on the downside, possibly lower lows might create, and we may see 1870 levels. Now also on the monthly charts, you can see nice flag formation is going on here as well. Now we have seen the charts. Let's have a look at the indicators here. Now on the monthly charts, if you look at the moving averages, the exponential moving averages are trading with the good gaps here, and this is a bullish indication. At the same time, now the 20 months average is sitting at around 1870 levels, which is also a gap zone at on the weekly chart. So this levels becomes a stronger support for gold in the month of September. That is 1870, 1860 zone. This is going to be a very strong support for it to breach pass by. Now what is happening right now? See, prices were divergent from the moving average. They are just trying to converge, and they are converging slowly, waiting for the moving average to also climb up. Next is, see, the stock IST on the monthly charts has dropped here. It has cooled down significantly, though the drop from the highs is minimal. However, see, the stock IST has cooled down significantly on the monthly charts. Next is the MACD on the monthly charts. You can see it was trading in green with lot much of divergence. It has converged here and now possibly willing to cross over. However, I still see the chances of it to continue on the upside as very strong. See what has happened. Look at this bull run, then the sharp break on the downside, and while breaking, you can see couple of convergence. You can see here means greener candles, then this convergence greener candle, and then the bearishness continued. Now same thing can happen here as well, where we may see conversion. Now from here, possibly next month onwards, gold might try to fly again, or maybe next to next month. But right now it is converging. It has not yet crossed over. It is still in green. Also, if you look at the movement here, you will find higher lows, higher highs. Possibly it might try to achieve the highs once again. So yes, on the monthly charts, still there is little bullishness. On the RSI, you will find RSI is trading in a comfort zone. It has seen a V-shaped recovery here after the drop, now trading comfortable. But if you look at the curve here, it is downside, which is suggestive of slight bearishness. Now let's have a look at the weekly charts. On the weekly charts, now moving averages have started to converge, almost running flat here with minimal divergence. At the same time, now the prices have closed below the 20 weeks average, which is right now sitting at around 1934 1932 levels. This is also a great resistance zone. We all know this fact. And now if you look at the movement in gold, you will find, see, this was the crossover. Since then we have seen bullishness. Now it is turned flat. and in all means it can go either which ways. It can diverge as well, it can possibly converge crossover. Now convergent crossover means near term bearishness in gold, which may pull the prices little lower. See what has happened after this crossover. If this does crossover, certainly more bearishness may prevail. And remember, because right now still it will take almost 2 to 3 weeks for it to converge sharply and crossover. So you can imagine how far this drop can lead to if it continues to cross over here. Right now, I can still sense a little bullish as long as 1800 is not breached. As long as the flag is not breached, I will not treat this as bearish. Stochastic has hit a bottom, trying to rise here, looking up. That's a good sign. You can see double bottom levels here, and possibly it could lead to higher highs as well. Look at the wave here on MACD. See, first you can see lower lows, then higher highs. Now it is continuing to trade on the downside. Also, if you look at the divergence was more, and that is why we can see little bit of conversion here. Right now, it is still staying bearish. However, the potential for it to lead to another green wave is just strong that it can converge crossover and move on the upside. So now if you summarize this observation with the flag formation here, possibility for it to converge crossover and give a breakout also exists equally strong here. Do not treat this as bearish unless and until it gives a breakout below the flag, breakout below 1800 levels. That is the level below which you should treat gold as bearish. Else we can, in fact, in the mid term to long term, possibly gold might bounce back strongly. RSI looking downwards, coming to the daily chart. Now on the daily chart, this is a bearish sign, 20, 50, 100 laying one over each other, and this is a bearish indication. See, this was the crossover. Since then we have seen sharp fall in prices here, and now it is laying one over other. This is again a bearish indication. So see, also 20 period moving average now looking downwards. So possibly we have to wait for it to converge crossover and move on the upside. And this also makes the zone here at 25, 26, 30, 34 as a stronger resistance zone for gold. It has to stay above this zone in order to confirm a rise. Stochastic here is oversold on the daily charts. The MACD, see, MACD is creating waves here. It is willing to cross over for a sell entry as of now. And potentially a breakout candle may bring little more bearishness here. RSI almost comfortable, neither bullish nor bearish. So now we have seen the charts, we have seen the indicators. Time for me to summarize the observation and give you the trading levels and strategy for the coming week and for the complete month of September. Before we proceed to the summary, if you want to learn this art of trading, you should join my mentorship batch. The 11th batch is 25th batch is going to start on 11th of September. Couple of days left, couple of seats are left. Reserve your seats now itself. Reach out to me for more details. My Telegram and email IDs are mentioned in the channel and video description. Also, you can be part of my Signals channel as well. Now, see, as per the observation, right now there is a downward pressure in gold. However, we can see 1915 first very strongest support here on the downside, and then 190406. If gold stays below 190406 zone, you can treat this as bearish, and possibly we can expect then it is going to achieve lower lows and might break in fact 1885 or then fall towards 1870 levels. Another observation here is 1885 has formed a double bottom, and this makes this support levels is very strong. On the upside, we have to be careful of 1940-50 zone. Above 50, we can expect 65 as the next milestone, and only bullish confirmation, only reversal confirmation is above 1982-85 levels. Beyond that, gold is going to turn bullish, and it is to be considered as a breakout. Now, with that as summary, let me give you the trading strategy and levels for next week. First is where to buy. I will recommend you to buy here at 1926 levels here. Though let me correct it to 1921. Why to leave those 50 pips itself? You can buy at 1921 itself. Wait for 1930 and 1935. Now, rather I will say 1934.5, and beyond that 1939 levels. So once it breaches these levels, then you can say that the bulls are going to take the charge in gold here. And again, I will be looking forward to 1944.5 and 1953. Now, these are the two levels which are the next toughest milestone for gold. First is this, and next is this. See, On the upside, you can realize how strong a resistance have become for gold on the upside, and we can see this so nearby levels, and you on the daily charts you will find these levels definitely proving out to be more meaningful. You will realize it when you see the behavior of gold on the daily charts. Definitely these levels will be uh, adding value there. Now beyond 1953 you can expect 1964, and then we may be looking at 1982 levels on the upside. Directly in between there, this day is 1973. However, I will be looking for it to continue with the bullish momentum and head towards 1982. Chances are less, but as and how gold breaks past by these resistances, the bullishness is going to increase consistently here if it stays above these levels. Beyond this, sky is the limit on the upside. On the down, I will recommend you to sell here at 1912 levels, below which you can expect 1905, and below 1905 we can expect 1893 levels, and then 1885. Now 1885, the double bottom levels are going to be stronger. I do not see that I still have a apprehension that it is going to break this 1885 double bottom level, but below this you can expect 1870 and 1860. Now on the downside, now this has become a very strong support zone, 1880 1860 levels, and if it breaks this, then you can say gold has turned bearish. More bearishness may prevail there, and we will be looking forward to 1800 zone in the near term. This is going to be the next milestone. If it stays below 1860-70 zone, we can see more bearishness prevailing there, and it may slide strongly. So take your positions accordingly. Trade with a stop loss, trade with a trailing stop loss. Whenever you see these levels, you should recall that these are stronger resistances. Plus minus half a dollar, plus minus a dollar is what you should look forward to, because these levels are there, but when it has to fall back, it may try to approach and then reverse. So you have to trade with caution there. Trade with a stop loss, trade with a trailing stop loss. Do like, share, subscribe, and comment. Join my mentorship batch, join my signals channel. Reach out to me for any of your trading or training queries. My Telegram and email IDs are mentioned in the channel and video description. Thank you very much. Have a great profitable trading week ahead. Do watch the daily analysis as well. Thank you.